All right, everyone. I know I've been lacking a little bit in getting some news footage and stuff out on the KLX. Been a little busy, just work and weather and things like that. But I've had a handful of people comment and ask me if I know anything about why EJK's website is down. And the answer to that is they're doing updates to the site so they can change it for the new models and things that are out. Also, I have commented in the comments to people that have been in there asking if I know anything. And I know a couple, was it a couple days ago, maybe a week ago almost now, I released that EJK had released the EJK for, that's a lot of EJK, but for the bike. With that being said, they told me go ahead and let everybody know, and then 2 days after I posted that video up, they got a handful of calls, people asking about it, people trying to order it, and their engineering department still was not satisfied with the adjustments that we were making. They still thought maybe the bike was just running too rich. They wanted to be able to see more of an adjustability on the device versus what I was running. There is another guy, I don't know what it is, it's another dealer of theirs that is running the device as well. I did find that out, so he's testing as well as me. So they asked if I was willing to do some more testing for them. I said, yeah, let's get this thing out here. You send me a new one and I'll get that thing on as soon as I can. And then when there's no rain, so I can do the right testing, I will get the thing out and start testing it on the street again and seeing if it makes a difference. So this time, I'm actually gonna show you. I didn't actually mount it like I did in my other video. So I actually have it mounted up here on the gas tank. That is temporary. I actually just did that because I wanted to be able to see my adjustments and everything that I was doing while I was riding. Made it a lot easier, a lot quicker for me to make the adjustments and the changes to it as I was riding. There was a few things they had set up right off the bat that we went and they said just run it, see how it goes, because I want to know how it works. Wasn't quite right. I'm up here in Washington. We still have some cold mornings right now that are in the 30s and low 40s in the morning. So that does play a little bit of a role on how it is when we tune it and what we're doing. Reason being is it's still cold. And when you ride in temperatures that cold, the bike isn't getting fully up to operating temperature. So that does play a little bit of a role on how the EJK reacts. And, because when a bike is cold, it's adding more fuel to the bike. And we're trying to get straightened out. The settings that they sent to me were still a little bit too rich. I had to lean it up a little bit, but the nice thing with having it right here is I can see it when I'm riding and make the adjustments as need be to the bike. And I was trying to do it as quick as I possibly can and get some good information out. I just decided, hey, I need to get this video out real quick. It's just gonna be short and sweet and to the point. I have made final adjustments to it now. I've given them the adjustments. The last word I heard from them as of this afternoon was that they are going to go over it with engineering, double check everything, and make sure that everything that they're seeing is what they want to see. So I'm really, really hoping that soon this gets out. There's a lot of people I know that are asking about it. I know there's a lot of people that put in orders about it, and that's what the holdup is. So I think everybody, at least my understanding is everybody that has orders in, you're good, but I don't think you're going to get a device until they make a final decision with engineering on what they're seeing for numbers between me and the other gentleman that has it on his bike as well. I know that is kind of a bummer to all the people that have already put orders in, and I think that's what's going on, is they're just going to be on hold a little bit until they get the okay that, hey, everything looks the way it needs to look, and that's where we're going to be. So I do want to go over a couple other things here while we're sitting here. My understanding is this one that I'm running right now that they sent me is actually the 250S one. I do not know for sure if they made any changes in their programming on that. I haven't been told, so I don't want to say for sure that this is the exact one for the 250. I believe it is. And then I have my adjustments that I have made right here. I am willing to go ahead and share those with the people. And again, I'll list the mods that I have on the bike as well. So with that being said, the adjustments that I actually have on my bike on the controller is green zone is a 2, yellow zone is a 2.5, and red zone is a 3. My blue-green switch is a 4.5. My yellow-blue switch is a 4.5, and my red-blue is a 5.5. So, with those, the reason why green, blue switching, my yellow-blue switching, and my red-blue switching at where they are is because where they are, I have the bike set up right now to be able to run down the road when it's all warm in 55, 60 degree weather, which is my ride home has been. It will stay in the green zone or the light cruise section in 6th gear till about 45, 50 miles an hour, depending on load, flat, wind, things like that. I thought that was really respectful. That's kind of where I think it should be. And the yellow, it will stay into the yellow zone, which is that moderate cruise to acceleration zone. It actually stays in there majority at about 60 miles an hour, which is where I commute with it, which is why I set it up that way. I did have it for a while hanging at like 65 miles an hour and still hanging in the yellow zone, which I thought was pretty dang cool. That was what I wanted. I didn't want it in the red zone when I'm cruising down the road. So I don't want it to be looking, you know, like it's having to be in the wide open zone to cruise 60 miles an hour. So that's where the adjustments are there. And when you accelerate, let's say you're going through the gears and you're in 2nd gear, right? And you take off, it's immediately, as soon as you open it, goes right into the yellow zone, which I think is where it should go. And then it doesn't switch into the red until about 6 to 6,500, maybe 7 in 2nd gear. And then as you change gears and you put more load on it, that RPM range drops a little bit, but it still will not go into the red zone at like 5 grand. Unless you're in like 6th gear and you've got it lugged pretty good. Let's say you're, I don't know, whatever it is, 50 miles an hour, 55, 40, somewhere in there, and you pin it, it'll go into the red zone at that point. But it does take quite a bit of throttle to get it there, and I did it that way with those adjustments because of the way I ride it, and I really believe that it feels pretty good. I can actually be cruising along at 5 grand in 1st gear and just throttle it, and it'll actually pick the tire off the ground. If I actually lean back a little bit and actually kind of helped it along, it would probably actually pull it up pretty good. But I can get it a good 6 inches probably without changing my seating position, without trying, and just throttle, just be cruising along and just hammer it back in 1st gear. I'll just pull it right up. I haven't tried second gear. I don't quite think it'll power in second gear. I'm willing to bet though, if I clutched it up, it would probably clutch it up in second gear. I'm not that great on wheelies, so I may give it to a buddy of mine and say, here, see if you can pick it up in second gear. But I just wanted to go over all that with everybody. I'm gonna get this thing out as soon as I can, so everybody can kind of get an idea of what's going on and why the website is down and what all the confusion is with what's going on. I do apologize for that. They did tell me to go ahead and let everybody know that it was available and it was all out. Like I said, 2 days after that, they emailed me back and said, hey, we're not happy with this. We got to do something different. Would you mind testing another device? So that's how that went. And I think I'll give you guys a little side note here. This is going to get released before the review on that car does. So I don't know if you guys are into sports cars at all, but that is one sexy Camaro. The review for that should be coming up, I would say probably next week and a half or so. Has to give me some time to edit what's going on. I do have this car for one more day after today. Yeah, it's been fun. So yeah, nice little SS. Big shout out to Jerry Smith for giving me the car. I will have it for a total of like 4 days. So a little teaser of what's coming. There is some good stuff in this. We'll have, I don't know, I might get my draggy out and see if I can get some 0 to 60 times out of it. But hit that subscribe button over here, right down there. And we'll have some videos on this. I also have a video coming on the new Tahoe with a diesel in it. They told me it was a Tahoe, might be a Suburban, either or. It's got the new diesel in it. That's probably a good couple weeks at least before that video gets released. But there again, that's in it. I'll show you this one here. This is our Ford Fusion that I've talked about in the video a little bit. She's tuned by 5-star, 92 performance tune. If you go through the channel, you can see some videos of it doing some 0 to 60s, also doing some nice pulls with the traction control turned off and being a little 2-liter and a turbo that is, I am not kidding, probably that big around. She runs 16 pounds all the way to 6,500 and will actually smoke the tires in first and most of second gear. So, yeah, we'll get to that at a later date. But I want to give you guys an update on the KLX and what's going on with that. So that's what's happening. I'm gonna try to get this video out the same night that I am doing this recording. Forgive me on it. I'm probably not gonna do a ton of editing on this. I just wanna hurry up and get this thing out and make it available to everybody so they know what in the heck is going on. But that's it. I'm done. We have got all the adjustments that I wanted to get done to this, and it's off to them. So now I'm just waiting for them. I asked them to please let me know so I can let everybody else know. And as you can see, all the other bikes, I'm still getting used to this camera thing, so laugh all you want. But there they all are, all the other bikes. Hopefully the weather starts getting a little better and then we'll break all of them out and go for a ride. But anyways, for now, that's it. Make sure you guys subscribe down there on that little button down there. Turn the bell on, obviously. I'm trying to do videos no later than once a week. So that's the deal. Let's go ahead and move on, and you guys look for that video. There's some good stuff in it. I also have a surprise of a buddy with another Camaro.